I wanted to just give you a wonderful story of how prayer really does make a difference. And it began when I was sitting in my study back in Florida and looked out in the street, and there goes my neighbor Arlene with her little dog, who I knew she had, and this big dog, a black Newfoundland dog I'd never seen before. And I got up and I left the study and I went out. I said, "Arlene, who's this?" She says, "Well, this is our new dog, Bear. We adopted him because his mother, his human mom, is a member of our church, but she just passed, and there's nobody else that will take Bear. But I'm not sure if it's going to work out because we've had him now 4 days, and he hasn't eaten, he hasn't gone to the bathroom, he barely gets up, he's just in grief." My heart just went, oh my goodness. And I said, well, I hope he comes around soon. Half an hour later, I went to join a weekly meditation group that I was part of. We called it the Centering Group. Bev was there. Nancy, who's been here, was there. And I loved this group of ladies because I didn't have to lead it. I was just part of the group, and we would sit and we would begin. We'd do a meditation, and then we would read a chapter from a book together and discuss it, a specific book, work our way through the whole book. But we always began by going around one by one and saying, is there anybody we need to lift up today? And somebody'd say, well, my grandson's having challenges in school, or so-and-so's husband is sick today. And then once we got all the names, the one woman whose house we met at would say, well, we lift up this person, this person, this person. They got to me, and I said, well, I hope you all don't think this is unorthodox. Maybe it is, but I just found out about this dog named Bear. I explained the situation. I said, I really believe it will help if we lift up Bear. Mm-hmm. And let him know it's okay, that his mom is okay and still with him in spirit, and that he's loved and safe. So we all did that when we came to the time for lifting people up and creatures. And so went back home after the centering group, and it was about 4 o'clock that afternoon. I'm back in my study. I look outside, and there goes Arlene with her little dog and Bear, who's romping and playing with her little dog, as dogs do. Whew, goosebumps. I went running outside. I said, Arlene, what happened? She said, Suzanne, I don't know, but suddenly he just got up, went over, sniffed his food, ate it all, and he just pooped. Which, as we all know, you got to get the report, right? And she said, it's like a miracle. And I said, I know what happened. And I said, 10 women prayed specifically for Bear and passed the message to him. And I told her what we prayed for. And it was just so validating. So in January, when we went and got Rusty, I talked to a little dog, Nellie, and said, you're going to get a new brother. This is for you. You're going to love him. It doesn't take away anything from Rudy, but this is for you. And you'll play and you'll love him. Well, I had been told, tell your animals what's going to happen. Well, it may not have worked. She was so put out when we brought this puppy in. I have a photo. It shows her sitting in the bed with this little puppy, and Rusty, they're supposed to have their own beds in the car, and Rusty just moved over, got into her bed, flopped down like, oh, this is great, and she's sitting there like, what is this? You know? But she was just awful the whole afternoon. She was, her little tail between her legs, she was upset, she was sad. My heart was breaking, and I thought of Bear. And I sent out an emergency email to 10 people who I knew would get the power of prayer. I know Lynette was one, Bev was one, Janine was one, who are here now. And I said, will you help me? At 9 o'clock Eastern time tonight, wherever you are, can you, as a group, we will all pray that Nellie knows she's loved, that he'll get to love him, that we love her just as much. And as soon as the email went out and people started opening it, I didn't know when they opened it, but little by little I could see her loosening up and the tail loosening up a little from between the legs. And at 9 o'clock, there was absolutely 9:15, a noticeable difference in her. It did take her a little time to really get to romping and playing with him, but very quickly. But the immediate response and the joy that I felt meditating, because I could feel that connection with the 10 of us all around the country, joined for a purpose. So that's the power of prayer. And I know we all know it, but it's just nice to think about two different ways of looking. We affirm. I actually wrote out the statements affirmatively that I asked everybody to share, to give it more power. So we would have a very strong shared intention. We affirm that Nellie knows she's loved. We affirm, etc., etc. And so it is.